Well, I was gonna put the tent up because there's storms coming and I want to test it for waterproof ability that it's supposed to have. But then the cat, and I was just scoping out the yard, she does this. She gets me. She is crazy. I love her, but she's nuts.
I've done my best and my worst, learned my lessons.
Well, we're not finished yet. So we did have some guideline issues because we didn't get enough stakes for those. Because I always have to upgrade the really chintzy ones that comes with it. And the thunder is going, and we did get a warning that the lightning is in our location. So I think that we're going to leave it. We're missing some guidelines, but I try to do what I could do. I think we're missing a pole underneath the lip as well. I have to figure that out. Like the little rain, I forget what they call that, the awning. Yeah, I think we're missing the pole there. But that's a new darkroom technology. It's supposed to be dark inside. We haven't got to go in there and check it. But right now we just wanted to check it for waterproof ability. Yeah, so we want to check it for waterproof ability, and we want to be able to see if it'll leak and if it'll withstand the wind. We have had some tornado warnings in this area, so I'm sure it won't stand up to that, but anyway. We're going to get out of the rain. So far it looks good. There's not a flood there. There's a flood here, but there's no flood there. Ooh, I think we're doing good. Yeah, so what you have to do is remember, you have to test and set it up and practice at home before you go out there. Because you might be missing something, like we were missing some stakes to the guidelines. And, well, the upgraded ones. And then, well, we could use those as a backup if that ever happened, but this is the best way to do it. Very important. Selection. So site selection is paramount. So try to look for indication of insects. Like, you don't want to pitch it in a pile of ants, and look for wild animal droppings, or if you're in a place where there's bears, look for bear claws that maybe have scratched the trees around you, and look for low-lying areas that could flood, like these areas here. But I'm at home, so I pretty much know where they are. But, you know, anything that drops or have a dip, it looks like maybe, I don't know, it's the best place is always to find it on a slant. And you show a slant your door downwind or downhill slant. So in case water does come in, it just drains right out. But anyway, we're going to check it after the bad weather.
No matter how hard my life would treat me, I'd always get right back up, never worry. 'Cause I got a million reasons to keep holding on. Yeah, I got all that it takes to win and overcome. What I got is just a feeling, but it's so strong. It goes on and on and on. There's something going on inside of me. I feel it growing stronger every beat. I never just believe in what I see, 'cause I can feel the energy.
So we had to untie her down because we have a lot of stress under there, and sometimes that's not correct. And the reason why, you can't tug on it because you'll tear it. So the reason is because you're off a little when you staked it. So the best thing to do is to stake it last, but I wanted to stake it before the storm, so that's fine. So that's better. You move it because there's not, you don't want a lot of tension. If you step in it, you go inside of it. Once you go inside of it, you step in it, you will tear it. It'll rip. So we unstake the whole thing, and then we just wiggle it around and test it and go around and make sure there's no tension.
I never just believe in what I see, 'cause I can feel the energy, energy, energy. I can feel it, I can feel it. 'Cause I can feel the energy, energy.
So you have to make sure that you didn't forget to put the Velcro secure pieces inside the poles, from the rain flap to the frame poles. Then make sure you didn't forget to put any of the clips that hold the structure. So let's go in, find out where the zippers are. Usually we always put the zippers in the same place so you could find them. That will be at the bottom or the top, but I always like to put them at the bottom. So let's see if we can get this door open all the way. It does. And then it looks really dry. It looks so dry in here. So here we are in the dark technology tent. And this is our vents, because the screen is so big that the guidelines hold it open. And we'll come back after that noise. What I've done is I've closed the door and I've put the zippers just right here where I would be exiting. There is no water in this tent. This tent did really well. I want to see how dark it is. So yeah, I mean, this is the darkest. It's not too great on ventilation, so it's a little bit warm, but this is the darkest tent I've ever had. Even though down here, because of the way that this is made to keep the water out, it's not gonna be as dark, but it's pretty dark. But let's open this. I'm gonna open the window. There is one window in here. It is right here. I'm gonna open this window. Here we go. And you could let some light in if you need it, but you're probably gonna need your lantern even during the day so you can see. And you are getting some air flow with the window open here. This one, I don't know if I can fix it instead of returning it or asking for a replacement, but I saw, so let's go about around here. Like, I can almost stand up in here. It's what I like. But this little bit, there it is. See that? That is almost like an imperfection of the material. But it kept the water out, so I really think that it's a good tent. We could get some sealant, and it's recommended for you always to get an extra coat of sealant. I saw some more that were down at the bottom where the seams come together that might have let some, but I didn't get any water in it. So even though like here, I don't know if you could tell, you're not going to be able to see it. There it is. right here. It looks like it might be some defect. And I saw it in the rain fly on the other side, but I'm not gonna worry about it. It's so little. Here is, they have these straps where they, yeah, see? That's bad, I think. So that's where the they sewed in this Velcro strap to hold the poles together, because they went with attached poles. So the poles are attached to the tent. And they're using this Velcro for you to be able to store it back up. That's the thing. I don't really like fiberglass pole tents, but whatever. This is the only tent that has dart technology, but you could always have put a tarp over it and made it dart yourself. So yeah, we might have made a mistake with this. Yeah, look at that. That is a hole. That's coming right outside. I can see the grass. Yeah. Oh, well. I do have some waterproof tape. And I could cover that up. Oh, I do see one drop of water over there. Let's go check that out. I see it right there. I see it right there. Uh-oh. And then the question is, where did it come from? And the seam here is wet. Seam. It came from a seam. And you could get seam sealer for that. And that'll fix it. So you can't be too picky, but you do need to know what you need to do before you get out there. And then you can fix it. So yeah, see, there's some holes here. Little holes. There they are. And that's where that came from. So that can be fixed. What I can do is put some adhesive spray on the rain fly to see if that will kind of close. And then we need some seam sealer over here, because we did get a couple of drops. Not bad. It did rain hard. Those drops were very, very big. And then there's always noise. There's so much noise. This is the noisiest place I've ever lived. It just makes me not be able to think. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, I think that's it. Oh, there was a little hole over where they tied the Velcro that holds the poles, because these poles come pre-attached. It's kind of crazy. I've never had a tent like that, but anyway, we could put some waterproof tape on that hole. I do have that. And then we could fix it instead of going through all the trouble to send it back and get another one. I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. This is the reason why I want to go and live in the wilderness, in the outdoors, because in the great outdoors, because you know, living here, you hear the sounds. There's so many sounds. There's just way too much sounds. It just boggles my mind. And I would rather go out and live outside somewhere where it's peace and quiet. However, there will be some wild animals. And my cat, she attacked me right at the beginning of this whole tent test review. The Coleman 4-person dark technology. She got me good. Let me show you. She got me good when I was starting the project. Trying to figure out why she got me. I have to be cognizant of why did she do that to me, so that I don't do it again. And what happened, what I think was, I was looking in the yard to make sure there wasn't anything bad. Like, there were a few ants over there by the edge of the flower bed, and then, you know, I was looking for it just to make sure it's a good spot to put it, and checking the weather. And so I had the tent in the package that it came in, and I was carrying it around, and then I set it down next to my foot. Then she came and she started rubbing on me, and she started rubbing on the tent, and then I moved quickly. So that is the thing. Never move quickly whenever she's around, because she just thinks that any quick motion is grounds for attack. So yeah, she's teaching me to slow down, be more patient, don't move quickly. And I think that you can apply that to your life. Take time to make your decisions, you know, and life is like poker, and you have to take your time to decide if you want to stay in the hand, or if you want it to move from where you are living, or whatever you decide that you're doing. But don't take too much time, because I've always heard if you think long, you think wrong. But with the cat, you've got to take all your time to barely, creepily move. And I don't know that her and I could venture off into the wilderness together, because she's probably going to be really scared. And I don't blame her. There's probably coyotes and bears and whatever things. Snakes. Oh, Lord.
I can feel it, I feel it, yeah. Oh, I believe it, yeah. There's something going on inside of me. I feel it growing stronger every beat. I never just believe in what I see, 'cause I can feel the energy. I can feel it, I feel it, oh, 'cause I can feel the energy. I can feel it, I feel it, oh, 'cause I can feel the energy.
Hello, everyone. So yeah, day 2 of the Coleman 4-person Skydome with dark technology test, review and test. So we took it down today, and we packed it back up into the bag, as you can see in our Hyperlapse video, and it's a keeper. It's a good one. Preta, you sprayed it.